With us today is a parliamentarian who rarely minces his words and never dodges a debate. It is Professor Manoj Jha, Rashtriya Janata Dal National Spokesperson, Rajya Sabha member, and also one of the most astute, articulate political voices of Bihar. Right now, amidst a massive verification drive underway in poll-bound Bihar amidst the monsoon season, the several leaders, along with Mr. Jha, they have challenged the special intensive revision of electoral rolls in the Supreme Court, has raised several red flags stating that this could lead to a large disenfranchisement of the migrants, especially the most marginalized groups. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Let's dive right in. The public trust was earned gradually by the Election Commission by doing away with issues like booth capturing. But now the voters list is the real soft underbelly of the Election Commission. This is what S.Y. Quraishi, ex-Election Commissioner, has said. Do you think the Election Commission continues to be a neutral, independent body as it should be?
Look, I must tell you, the recent developments are worrisome. They cast a spell, a dark spell. Lekin all is not lost. That's why we approached Election Commission first before going to the court. हमने कई सारी चीजें Election Commission के समक्ष रखी. It was not done for 22 years. It was shelved. Why did you decide and how did you decide? On what basis? The position paper or the approach paper, that it should be done now. Every year there is revision. Nowhere, never, I have never seen the kind of collective anxiety what we see today. Now with this, I must also flag one important issue. When the gentleman Honorable CEC took over, he said, all my decisions shall be based on and backed by the engagement, the discussion with the political parties. इसमें कौन सा डिस्कशन हुआ? किस पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से, किन किन पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से बात की, या किसी एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से बात करके आपने सोच लिया you are done, your job is done? That worries me as a citizen of this country. Forget my political background. My leader Tejasvi ji went to the Chief Electoral Officer Bihar, flagged issues, several issues. How come you decided only these 11 documents? Because Article 326 of Indian Constitution, which deals with this, does not specify. Representation of People's Act also doesn't say. So this entire exercise in the month of monsoon and with a large migrant population. And number two, Bihar is the most data deficient state. Now in that state, document deficient state, आप ये सारी चीजें 25 दिन में करना चाह रहे हैं, तो ये लोगों को इंक्लूड करने की योजना नहीं है. इससे लोग बेदखल होंगे. Disenfranchisement of large number of people shall be the outcome if it is not unchecked.
The Election Commission has time and again assured us that not a single eligible voter will be left out. They are also saying that this is a standard democratic process to uphold election integrity. They are doing this to remove the ghost voters, the illegal migrants who are registered as voters, and also to enroll more and more young voters. How do you justify this rationale? And also, secondly, we understand that this entire process was declared on June 24th by the new CEC, and from the very next day, the process started. And within a month's time, they are expecting to get the documents of this large number of people, especially in a state like Bihar, which you said it is so backward, it is poor, it's illiterate, and most document deficient. But we are seeing that the Election Commissioner is saying that we are carrying out dialogues with the opposition parties. We will ensure no eligible voter is left out, and we are ensuring that there is a smooth implementation on ground of this SIR. How do you justify this elections?
Things, one question has too many components. So let me handle whatever I remember, retain, and I respond accordingly. Election Commission has learnt a new art of speaking through sources. So far, only political parties and the political gossip kind of column writings used to refer to sources inform. I think straight away, I have listed certain questions. We submitted those questions. Election Commission should hold a press conference and satisfy us. And second, you said dialogue. Monologue should not be a substitute word for dialogue. बातचीत और विमर्श और एक तरफा बोलना. आप ही के चैनल पे मैंने एक शो में कहा था कि there is a difference between hearing and listening, and that is expected from an institution like Election Commission. It's not simply about our fear about disenfranchisement, which shall damage Indian democracy forever. Where in Election Commission mandate is to ask for only these documents and no other document. Nowhere. Did you conduct any study on this? No. तो अगर इतने सारे सवालों के बीच में आप एक तरफा राग अलाप रहे हैं कि हम बात कर रहे हैं, किससे कर रहे हैं? पब्लिक डोमेन में आनी चाहिए ना, सारे कागजात पब्लिक डोमेन में आने चाहिए.
And to give some context to our viewers, we're talking about how the documents that are allowed, that are required, have excluded the Aadhaar card, ration card, voter card, which are the main, the main documents that most common people have. Now they have to show either their matriculation certificate or residence certificate or caste certificate, and that kind of deprives a large number of people. But this move is also being claimed as politically motivated, by the EC, by the opposition parties are saying that the timing of all of this, why are they rushing through this entire process? This can be stalled and this process can be done later on. Why is it being done at this point in such a hurry?
देखिए, one clarity which all of us should have. Last, when it was done, it had taken almost 8 to 10, 11 months. Now everything has to be rushed in 25 days. Matlab, it's humanly impossible unless you have prepared a list already and you just wish to have a kind of license on it, a kind of stamp on it. That's worrisome. I'm telling you, my worry is not simply about what you are going to do. My worry is whether people will have faith, they'll be able to retain the faith in an institution which is actually fundamental to. It's almost like a umbilical cord for democracy. If people lose faith on that, and that I can see, there is a erosion in the faith on an institution which had people like Kumar as the first election commissioner. तो इसी वातावरण में.
So what are the top 3 questions that you've put forward? I mean, of course, why these 11 documents? Why not the basic documents?
That's the top question. Which study made you decide? Number 1, why it was shelved for 22 years? Every year there is revision. Every year there is revision. Then if it has been decided after 22 years, what kind of consultation? What inspired or transpired? What kind of a stakeholder engagement you had? Very important question, which CEC also said in the meeting. 20% Biharis are outside. In one go, you want them to be treated as doubtful, presuming that somebody who is working in Surat must have been a voter of Surat, which is not the case. My example I'm telling you, मैं 15 वर्ष जब यहाँ नौकरी के हो गए, तब जाकर के मैंने वोटर आईडी कार्ड दिल्ली का बनवाया. तब तक बिहार का वोटर था. तो अब ये तकरीबन 25 दिन में ये जो 20% आबादी है, नेता प्रतिपक्ष ने छोटा सवाल पूछा, ये आएंगे कैसे भाई? ट्रेन दे रहे हो इनको आने के लिए? इनका किराया मत दो, रिजर्व करवा दोगे स्लीपर क्लास में या जो भी क्लास में आना चाहें. तो एक जो समझ होनी चाहिए थी इस तरह की एक्सरसाइज की. अव्वल तो इस तरह का कोई भी अभियान बिना व्यापक विमर्श और बातचीत के नहीं होना चाहिए. ये एक तरफा अभियान किसके इशारे पे लिया जा रहा है, किसके इरादे से लिया जा रहा है, that worries us all. That's why it is in the fitness of things that we have approached Honorable Supreme Court. और मुझे लगता है कि जब इस तरह का दौर आता है, इस तरह का क्षण आता है, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने माने सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने अतीत में भी रोशनी दिखाई है एंड दे विल शो अस सम लाइट दिस टाइम.
This Thursday, the hearing will happen. Supreme Court will hear the case this Thursday. 5 pleas have been, put forward challenging this Election Commission's directive. And, sir, also adding to what you said, there are almost 20,000 BLO officers' positions, the booth level officers' positions that are lying vacant.
That I said in the meeting in Delhi. Our leader said in Patna to the Chief Electoral Officer. Now, second important, you have, in fact, brought in 4-5 lakh volunteers. Who are they? Have you checked the background? Are they affiliated to any political, cultural organization? We have asked all that. Because remember, in Bihar, the victory margin in large number of seats is just with a difference of 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 votes. So 1% deletion, exclusion, 2% exclusion can upset the outcome of a democratic process.
And in the past, we have seen such controversies, be it in Maharashtra elections, Delhi elections. There have been issues.
Itself is a victim. In 2020, we don't know what was ultimately done to the postal ballot, because in several constituencies the victory margins were very less, and postal ballot making it eligible, making it right or making it wrong created confusion in several seats.
Right. So, shifting our focus to the other issues, of course, that our country is witnessing at this point in time, I wanted to get your opinion on that as well. Sir, recently you've criticized the Nitish Kumar government regarding, the murder of businessman Gopal Khemka, and you said that Bihar is slowly slipping into a state of lawlessness. What is your comment on that, your perspective on that? If RJD would be in power, what kind of reforms would you bring?
Look, first of all, the moment it happened, it was not an isolated incident. Your reporters are there in Bihar. Not a day passes when from one or the other district, the reports of murder, rape, dacoity doesn't take place. I can't even call it a simple breakdown of law and order. Who is running Bihar? If Mr. Nitish Kumar is aware of what is happening in Bihar and then it continues, it's worrisome. But if he is not aware of what is happening, that's doubly worrisome. Who is running? Is Delhi running Bihar? In that case, the people who send teams to Kolkata, fine, we agree. Rape is a rape. Anywhere, women should feel safe. But that should also apply to those states where you are partner in the political alignment, because that proves you are partners in the crime also.
What is the urgent need of the hour in terms of reforms?
Look, S.Y has committed to the people of Bihar that come November 2025, we'll give you a government where bureaucrats will be responsible. Governance shall be responsible to the people of the state. And security, etc., shall not be the prerogative of the rich and the powerful. Major concern of security shall be to provide a sense of security to the common people. As of now, it is not rule of law in Bihar, it's rule of criminals.
Sir, another factor is that your party also criticized Baba Bageshwar's call for a Hindu raashta, and some of the RJD leaders also said that, he's like Ram Rahim. Do you believe that such statements are a threat?
I have maintained it on behalf of my party, Rashtriya Janata Dal. This nation, its core ethos are shaped by the Constitution of India, which was shaped by the ideas and ideals of Baba Saheb, Gandhi, Nehru, Lohia, JP, and so on. In that nation, we have tricolor. Even our flag is of 3 colors. Right? There is no singularity involved. That, the plurality is the reason for our existence. It's our strength. If somebody doesn't understand it,
They fear that they will alienate the religious voters because these are religious-based politics.
I'm appalled that a channel like yours gives so much time to people who make such statements. It is against the Constitution. Anything which is against the Constitution, the spirit of the Constitution, should not be entertained.
And a lot of pressing issues get, they go to the back seat because of this whole language war that is going on right now. In Maharashtra also, NDTV has been running a campaign how hooliganism is being normalized, under the garb of language protection and this Hindi imposition. Do you think it is possible to settle this?
I'll tell you, those who are not aware of the history, we suffered a lot in the 1960s. And with meticulous engagement, discussion, communication, we came out of that phase. I'm sorry, we are going back. On all possible parameters, we are made to fight each other. Religion, dress, eating habits, language. Being the recent one.
And it's turning violent also.
I'm telling you, please understand, languages have a relationship, what I call बहनापा. बहनों का रिश्ता होता है. एक भाषा दूसरी भाषा की कीमत पर नहीं बढ़ती है. एक भाषा बढ़ती है तो दूसरी भाषा भी बढ़ती है. और मैं बार बार कहता हूं, हिंदी का प्रचार प्रसार किसी सरकार ने नहीं किया है. हिंदी पखवाड़ा मनाने से हिंदी नहीं बढ़ी है, वो लोक माध्यमों से बढ़ी है. और वो लोक माध्यम ही किसी भाषा को जिंदा रखते हैं. जो एक भाषा को दूसरे भाषा के बरक्स खड़ा करके सोचते हैं कि इस भाषा के सामने दूसरी कोई भाषा नहीं, या उस भाषा के सामने तीसरी कोई भाषा नहीं, वो भाषाओं के बीच के सौहार्द के रिश्ते को, बहनापे के रिश्ते को, जिसको कहते हैं, उस रिश्ते को नहीं समझते हैं. और इसका एक एक्सटेंशन है कि वो हिंदुस्तान की बाहुलता को भी नहीं समझते.
That's a lovely response. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. With camera person Gopal, this is Shreya Ghosh for NDTV.